Mm. Good morning, guys. So welcome back to my channel. I am the Housewife historian. You can call me Lindsay. And today we're talking Real Housewives of New Jersey. And if we have a few minutes, I want to talk about Kanye West getting married allegedly in a secret wedding, which would be like our second secret wedding of the week because we just heard about Apollo from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, his secret wedding. So, anyway, guys, before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn your notifications on. It's super important and it makes a really big difference. We appreciate your support, and let's go ahead and get into this. So, there's been a lot going on. There's like a if you don't know, it seems like there's if you could like imagine what a cartel war would look like on Instagram, I kind of feel like that's what's going on a little bit right now. Um, these podcasts have really given the women a opportunity to voice their point opinions, their perspective, how things transpired. It gives them a platform to really say whatever they think and feel about whatever has like transpired with people on the show. It's sort of like when they used to blog back in the day. If you guys remember, if you've been watching the Real Housewives franchise for a long time, then you remember that at the very beginning, the ladies would have to blog after every episode, and people that blogged would comment back, and it just drilled up press, obviously. But at the same time, it still was nice to hear the ladies' perspective because we do know that production edits a lot and they can really change the way something looks or transpires. So it was always nice to have the ladies' own personal perspective on circumstances and situations. So now that Teresa has this podcast with Melissa Feaster, who I like love, love, love her. Okay, guys. First of all, she is from my home state, okay? And she's living the California dream in LA. She's like an amazing mom with two kids. She had the Side Piece podcast, which I always enjoyed, but I never had seen like the video of her doing the podcast, like the I never had seen actually what she looked like. And she started posting more of that. And then all of a sudden I saw her at Teresa's wedding, and then they came up with this podcast. So I really enjoy Melissa as a co-host, but like I really like her and I like to hear her talk. She asks really good questions, and I feel like she has a way of communicating with Teresa that allows Teresa to feel like she's in a comfortable space to talk about what's going on in the show. And even if it is about her brother and Melissa, she's comfortable enough to talk about it. So that's a good thing for viewers, right? I listened to the podcast. It came out on Wednesday. So I listened to it then. And then Melissa's podcast dropped. Yes. Then Melissa's podcast dropped. Teresa's podcast, I did not think she just, they talked about some different subjects. They did the podcast. And at the very end, she touched on Joe and Melissa. And she said, and I posted this on my Instagram, HW Historian. You guys can check that out. I posted Teresa says, but for somebody to tell a lie for 10 years with a straight face, like, she can't believe it. And the way that she said it, you could hear it in her voice. Like, you could hear not the crazy, but like, you could hear it in her voice. Like, she is done playing games, y'all. I could hear it in her voice. So then Melissa's podcast drops. She had Joe as her co-host. They didn't have a guest. Joe was her guest. This is a common theme for Melissa's podcast is she has Joe on, I think 50% of the time. They talk relationship kids. They talk about how many times they you know, do the thing each week, which was funny to me because, you know, people had made such a big deal when People magazine came out with this article later after they did the spread with Teresa and Louis that said Teresa said that her and Louis were like 3 to 4 times a week. And if you didn't do that, then she didn't think that was normal. Something along those lines, right? Here to come to find out, Teresa cleared it up on her podcast. She was talking about her honeymoon. They were discussing her honeymoon, and she said, on our honeymoon, like we did it 3 to 4 times a day, obviously, because it was our honeymoon. And I'm like in love with him and yada, yada, yada. But conveniently, when they were in the story, they left out the honeymoon part. They just made it sound like Teresa and Louis were getting it on 3 to 4 times a day. And it was kind of making women go like, what the hell? That's not even like realistic for, Melissa Feaster or women like her. So um people were kind of like a little bit agitated, I felt like, about it. And then when Teresa came out and said no, like that, I was talking about my honeymoon, like we were in a like a real private tropical place. Like she's like, that's really all there was to do anyways. I was like, lay on the beach and that's it. So it was funny that when Melissa's podcast dropped, guess what they were going to talk about? How many times a week couples should do it. And Melissa recaps the story about like her friend and how Saturdays is their day to. And then Joe starts chiming in about it. But I just thought it was really crazy that they would take that when Teresa was just talking about it. Like this has just been like an ongoing thing in the press with Teresa and this 3 to 4 times a day thing. And it's like a big deal because people are like making, they make allegations against Louis and say that he's like a sex addict and that yada yada. You guys know the stories. You guys know all of the stories, I'm sure. Anyways, it was just interesting to me that Melissa and Joe would talk about that and put it in their description when Teresa's been in the press about something similar for a couple guys. Why did that get so close? Sorry. I don't even know how to zoom out of that. I'm having a rough morning, guys. Dang. Let me back up here. Anyways, that's what's going on with that situation and the podcast. But here's where it gets juicy. So last night, after their podcast drops and after Teresa's drops on Wednesday, Melissa's drops on Thursday, and Joe and Melissa go out and they post this video. They're like holding drinks, and they say they use Teresa's tagline. Now Teresa's tagline is, the haters are gonna hate and I just love, 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 right? Well, they said it shows them holding their glass, like all sophisticated, out to dinner, and Melissa is like, the haters are gonna hate, and then they both take a big gulp of their drinks, like and then that's it. Do you guys want to see it? I know you do. It's fine. I want to see it too. I reposted it so you guys could see it. I screenshotted it. I don't even care. Whatever. Can't be mad if you post it on the internet, right? I mean, come on. Obviously, it's for all of us to see. Obviously, it's for the bloggers and people to talk about, or they wouldn't have posted it in the first place. Am I wrong? Anyone correct me if I am. I don't think that they posted it so no one could see it. I cannot believe how freaking close this camera is right now. Oh, guys, I'm having a crazy morning. I'm still sick. I don't feel good. I gave you guys an audio video yesterday. I couldn't even do the camera. Damn it. Did I lose it? I must have. And basically, I am on the struggle bus. The weather is like so shitty here right now. It's snowy. I gotta be somewhere here shortly. So I'm going to make this quick. I'm going to show you guys this, and then I'm going to hop off here and we'll chat another time because I still have a lot of stuff to talk to you guys about. There's been a lot going on. I have been getting a lot of juice on New Jersey. I got some good sources this year, guys. I'm just saying. Just saying. Okay, here we go. Let me make sure my volume's up. Let's see here. Volume. Nope. See? Glad I made sure it was up for you guys. Damn. All right, here. Nope, still not playing. All right, let's try that again. What do you guys think? I reposted it because I was like, they're like even trying to steal this lady's tagline? Like, damn. Y'all are ruthless. Stealing your sister's tagline. Shameful, shameful, shameful. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to bring that to you in a quick little tidbit, let you know that it is World War III out here in the streets of Instagram. So, if you're going to be scrolling, if you are on a platform of Instagram or Twitter, go find me, HW Historian. I post a lot of good stuff on there. And make sure that you hit the like button for my video and make sure you subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.